All right, hello, welcome to CVRcade group activities. We are live on Mixer. Welcome everybody to the ride. I've currently got your audio muted in the comms to the stream at the moment, but I'll be opening them up and welcome you guys as we go. We're about just under 4 minutes to the first ride. Today we have 4 different activities that we're doing. The first one is going to be a group ride. The group ride, we're going to ride with some bots and practice drafting. We might do some pace lining, but really it's going to be 3 laps on Cityscape. It's flat, and we're just going to connect, warm up, and then after we'll have a lap challenge. We'll have some intervals, and then we'll finish the hour with a race. And then if you're feeling ambitious, you can stay with us, and we will do it all over again in the top of the next hour. So if you're watching on Mixer, we are glad you're here. Welcome. I'm going to do my best to make sure I get to your comments and bring them in. We have a really great, let me bring in some of our friends here. And here we go. Now you can see what I see when I'm riding. This is the full game UI. I've made some modifications to my widgets. So they're bright purple. You have different colors you can use. That just makes me feel a little more energetic. But going down our list, we have Elizabeth streaming in. Hey Elizabeth, welcome to the broadcast. Good to have you. I think her mic might be muted at the moment. That's okay. Looks like we have Allison Kubota. Yes, fantastic. Happy to have you on the stream here. Allison, Team Cognition, one of our team leaders here. We have Homer also in. Big wave from Homer. Hey Homer, how are you today? I don't think he's got his mic on at the moment. We've got Badger. Badger, my friend. How are you?
I am A-OK, Beth. Looking forward to a good couple of rides here. Thanks for setting up the schedule for us, and we will see how it goes.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna turn up that audio a little bit more and make sure we have a good level of you guys coming to the stream. I've got a different mic. All of the riders that you're hearing in the stream are communicating through their webcams, through the game, so their audio might be a little bit different than mine, and that's just because we all have different setups at home. Sometimes you'll hear some fan noises, and it is what it is. But boy, I'm so glad to see these faces in the life of social distancing. I'm going to bring in some other folks here into the mix. We've got Kayla also. Hey Kayla, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Beth, and yourself?
Great. So,
nice.
Did you do some rides last night? Lead some group workouts?
Yes. We had what is it called? We did the beginners class. We have it at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, and then the endurance ride, which is at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So that was it was a great group out there. Was actually able to practice some drafting. We were on Dust Bowl Creek, got some good intervals with some elevation, so it was a great ride all together.
Wonderful. Well, as always, Kayla, with your experience, we've got Homer and Elizabeth. If for some reason I experience some technical problems, I'll be leaning on you to lead with all of your experience, so thanks for being here. We've got Ben. Oh my gosh, Ben has company. Hey, Ben.
Hello. Yeah, we rigged up a couple of bikes for my 2 daughters.
Yeah. Hi.
So they're both getting ready. They got some water, and they're joining me. So we can't all fit on the one screen.
Yes,
So
I can't.
No, so I think I'll move my camera around. But you need to pedal, did you?
Yeah.
There we go.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. This makes me so happy. How old is your daughter?
So this is Lydia. She's 5, coming on 6, and the other one is 7, nearly 8. She should be in soon. This is actually her bike. you're on her bike, but she likes to do stunts and to stand on the pedal when it's on the trainer.
Well, you know, some bike tricks. That's awesome. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for being here. You're seeing everybody kind of grouped together here. I'll be back with you in a second, Ben. So glad you have the whole family with you. We're all social distance, but we're all together. Our families are together. My kids are actually like 10 feet away painting the basement wall because I felt like it was time to happen. So this is great. And then also, right now, in terms of the lead, I'm getting about, you can see at the bottom of my screen, right below, look at, I'm working on the weatherman point, or the weather person point. 50% draft right now behind Jennifer, and I'm able to do like 150 equalized watts, which is really cool. You can see the team cognition riders coming by me. I pulled up the nearby riders list, so you can kind of play along and see we've got Jack. Welcome, Jack. That's a new name. I saw it, I thought in the comms, but welcome, Jack. We've got Niels, Homer, Elizabeth, Allison, Badger, Frank, Vanessa. Vanessa is sweeping on this ride, and one of the things is on a ride, you can configure it. Anyone can make their own ride. You can configure it with the leader, and you can set the distance for how far you're going to let people get in front of you, and then you can set a sweeper, and the sweeper can, like a magnet, just pull everybody back if the gap opens up. And I'm so glad Vanessa likes that job because it's a lot of work. So, all right, let's change up some of these cameras here. As I said, we have Allison, Team Cognition. Also, let's bring up a few Cognition riders here. We had Ben, who's high. He'll come back in a second. Kayla's also high. We'll have her back in a second. But yay! Oh wait! Yay! Keep it on the. I can't cut away from that camera. Look at that! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Future right there. The future of the world. Hi, ladies. I hope you're doing well. Nice work on the work there on your bikes. Fabulous. You don't have to talk, honey. It's okay. It's all right. I'm used to feeling the air. I'm just so glad you're here. One other special guest that we have today, Modi. Hey! Wait, I see another human with you. Hi. How are you? Oh, I think your mic needs to be opened, Modi. Oh, I don't hear you.
It's not just me and the bots. There are other people in the house, which is...
Yeah, and I'm like totally getting dropped behind. I got to pull up here. So, there it goes, Ben. Modi, I understand today's kind of a special day. Am I right about that?
It's my birthday, but there are a lot of things my parents told me that I have learned are not true. But yeah, I think it's my birthday. 42.
42. I have 2 caps for you. These are my birthday caps, and I'm going to see if I can open up some people, and we can maybe sing a little happy birthday to you. I'm not going to sing. I mean, I'll sing, but I'm the loudest voice. But let's see. Peter's in there. Can you guys give a shout out and say happy birthday to Modi? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Modi.
Happy birthday, Modi.
Hi. Oh, have your kids say it again, Ben. I was late to their mic.
Happy birthday.
Around the globe. I love it. I'm going to take off my silly hats here. I love them, but they're a little uncomfortable to ride. Okay, so right now, we're all in a group, paying attention here. I'll get back to my focus where I got all distracted by these beautiful human beings that are joining us on the ride birthday. We've got, let's see, happy birthday, says Maud KG in the chat here. We're really loving Ben's family. So appreciate all of this. Hey DJ, happy to have you there. Nigel's in the chat. Glassy Bubbles. Wow, look at all those sparks. Thanks, Glassy Bubbles. A little shout out to you. Dizzy Toast. Thank you for joining. Okay, so anyway, we are on New York City. We're going to come around the start-finish banner, and we're going to be completing lap 1. That was somewhere between 250 and 300. You know, if you want to get a little bit more work, you can just step out of the draft and add a little intensity to your legs. If you're feeling like you did a lot of riding and you want to take it a little easier, you can hop in the draft. So I just cut off Kayla. Sorry about that, Kayla. Trying to step into the draft here. So, okay. One of the things that I'm talking about draft a lot, and that's like if you drive down the street, you stick your hand out your window, you can feel the wind that you create by moving through the air. So in the game actually simulates that wind, that drag that happens when you move through air. So if you can get behind someone, they're going to shelter you from that initial hit of air, and you can be more efficient. So what that really means is you can put in less watts, and watts are just power, how the game communicates power. Taking off the vest now, shirt, jacket now, starting to warm up. My legs are on my pedals. All the physical riders, their legs are on the pedals. The power is expressed in watts, and the watts are what moves us through the virtual space. So, anyway, let's see. Let's see, Mom, if anyone has, someone liked my hat, thank you. If I had more, I would give them all to the class here. Oh, I love Ben's kids. I'm so happy. I'm gonna have to bring mine over and show them. So on this second lap, I'm gonna just pick up the pace just a smidge. So on the nearby riders list, you can see at the front we've got Jack at the very top of the list. Hey.
If you take a power meter, like for a crank arm, and tape a paintbrush to it, you could equalize your kids painting, and they could race while completing your basement work.
It'd be like the it'd be the cadence, right, of the up and down. Make them paint until their arms fell off.
No, it would actually figure out how much power they were generating, and equalize it. That's the amazing thing about, if somebody is riding a hand cycle, which is, a lot more serious than painting, but whatever the source is, it'll let people ride together. We could have the first CADE paint party for all the people riding power meter crank arms.
I love it. I love it. It's one of those things where when you think about all the possibilities, and I think that when we look for silver linings and we look for things, it's sort of like right now we know the technology exists to do the hand cycles and all that stuff, but it's like, looking at the world a little more creatively, how we all get together, how we can participate together, and if putting a power on the kids' paintbrush had them involved in the stream. Last thing I had them in the stream, they brought me cupcakes. I don't have any of those today, but still got Jack there on the front. Jack, again, welcome. On top to bottom of the screen, we've got Elizabeth. Bring Allison back in. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you today? Thumbs up. Happy to have you. Did you do Kayla's class yesterday? You can just nod yes. Yes. Love it. I love it. Elizabeth and Homer, I would say, if there was a Strava award for the amount of hours they spend on CADE, we're so glad you're here. And then there's Homer, Elizabeth and Homer are boyfriend and girlfriend, I think. I think they have something steady. I think they're gonna make it. They've got a good thing going, those two. I love that. I love having them in my rides. So happy. You can see Allison there. Allison, I don't know how you do it. I don't know if you have a mic on, but if you get warm with your helmet on. Looks like she's trying. Nope, that might have been a power-up. All right, so...
Hey, it looks like Peter has a background shout out to Nels. Not sure if that's
Whoa!
Spitfire, but I think he's making a reference to another one of our racers and community members.
I just pulled him up. Peter! Yay! How are you, my friend?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. So glad you could make it. Lap 2 of 3 here. How you feeling? Good? Happy to be here?
Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to be riding again. So, having fun. And I thought I'd bring a nice picture for Niels.
Niels, you've got some support here, a fan. I don't see Niels in the comms channel here, but we'll have to get him more fired up and more connected. I think if you didn't do the rides last week, you might not have been familiar with how we've been bringing in the in-game audio and video. We've got one more lap, and you know, as we continue, maybe we could kind of just go round robin and talk about where people are from. Peter, I've got you up there. Where are you joining us from today?
As always, I'm joining from the Netherlands, in a small town called Hattem. It's a very small town, 12,000 people, I think.
Wonderful, welcome. So that's one country represented. We're going to count them. We've got, thank you for joining us from the Netherlands. Modi, you're U.S., is that correct?
Yep, I'm from Oak Park, a little suburb just outside of Chicago. In my...
Oh, your mic went back out. I think your insert key did the 10 seconds.
So just outside of Chicago in the U.S.
Awesome. We also have from the UK, I believe, Ben. Where are you streaming in from? Oh, maybe he stepped away. He's, oh, there he is.
Yeah, hello. I'm just outside the university town of Oxford in the south of the UK, from a small village. Yeah, it's a nice evening. We've got some sunshine.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we have also Kayla. Kayla, where are you joining us from?
Oh, from the States, Tucson, Arizona to be exact, from the desert.
So nice and warm and sunny there.
Oh, yes, definitely. We're in like the 75 this week. It's beautiful weather.
Nice. Well, I hope you can get outside and enjoy it. Then we've got the Badger. Badger, where are you joining us from today?
Hi, Beth. Despite my American accent and my Irish flag, I'm actually in a not very small city of London. So we are kind of in the middle of all this situation. And if I may, I'd make a small shout out to Tim Fulford, one of our CADE friendlies and star racer. It looks pretty likely he has COVID-19, but it also looks pretty likely that he's going to be able to battle through it well at home. If there's a story there, his girlfriend is a nurse in the National Health Service here in the UK. So obviously they're putting their lives at risk, but let's not forget that when they come home, they're a little bit dangerous as well. So if I could do a little helmet tap or chapeau, all those people out there in the health services are doing their best to help us and are certainly putting their lives on the line. I would do exactly that and say thank you very much.
Yes, thank you to everybody on the front lines. And right now the front lines also are people who are in a lot of the public service sectors, first responders and grocery store clerks and people who don't have the option to work from home. So thank you all. And for the rest of us doing our part all together on this ride, keeping our distance. Looks like we have Jeff my teammate Jeff. You can see we have matching beauties. Jeff, how are you?
Hey, I'm great, man.
Where are you streaming in from today?
I'm in wonderful, sunny Nelson, New Zealand. Top of the South Island.
So I think that was our 5th country. We have, it doesn't look like we have Ryan in here, who's from Canada. But I love this global community. A friend of mine was saying, how are you doing with the social distancing? And I was like, well, I kind of have an advantage because I am on a global cycling team that is doing virtual cycling with people from all over the globe, and I feel really close to you guys, and I'm glad we have this opportunity. We're going to come to the finish line. Some of you guys might have powered to the front because we did have those supers to get across the line. Take a look and see when you get the results, your drafting percentages. We're all going to get portaled to the next event. When we get portaled, you're going to re-enter into the comms channel on the current track. So you'll lose my audio for a moment, but I will be right back. Check in with the stream here, and then we'll come back to you guys with some interviews in just a minute here. So let's see here. Aaron Starboy's in here. I'm going to mute some of these channels. You guys can keep chatting in the comms. I'm going to just mute all of you guys to me, but you guys can talk among yourselves here. Let's see, there we go. All right, so on this next ride, as everyone just kind of popped in here, we've got Rocky Mountains. Rocky Mountains is going to be just 1 lap. We'll do a couple intervals on Rocky Mountains. Hey DK Mansuni, thanks for joining in. Let's see here. Aaron Starboy and DK Mansuni are talking about the controller lap challenges. If you're not, you should get connected to CVRcade Riders and see Aaron's lap challenge. So we're going to get started here in just a couple minutes, but we've got Uncrashable as an ability, so we don't have to worry about crashing in the corners or when we overlap wheels. We've got Comeback Kid, so if we tend to get dropped, dropped means left behind because the riders in front of you are moving faster. It's sometimes getting out of the gate. If you're not spinning up fast enough, you can get left behind and there's a gap and it's hard to make up the gap. Comeback Kid makes closing the gap really much more manageable. I would even say easy depending on where you are, but sometimes if you've got someone on the front who's really pulling hard. But in this setting, we're going to be doing a couple intervals. You can use Comeback Kid. It will refill. Quantum Shift allows you to phase through other riders. Underdog gives you 50 extra watts, so more power, times however many riders are in front of you. So if you've got 10 riders in front of you, 10 times 50 is 500. I kept the math simple for my brain because I'm cycling and trying to do math at the same time. That's a difficult thing. So that's the configuration. Let me just see if I can move this widget here and then close it out. So as you can see, these are all of my widgets. I've got them set in a way that I like. We've got the mini map right there, so you can see the terrain map below it. You can see it's a long climb. We've got about 1 minute before we'll start. We've got some AI riders in here. You'll see that the nearby riders list as a fake P, so those are our AI riders. They're going to be laying down a pace of 275. So if you spin up to 275 before you roll out of the gate, you won't lose their wheel. Quantum Shift is on for the first 10 seconds, so you will phase through them. So if you want to be behind them, just be careful that you don't go ahead of them in that first, because they tend to make a wall out of the gate if you don't get in front of them. But you can use Quantum Shift if you want to get in front of them and you miss that window at the front. So let's bring in back in some of these cameras here. Nigel, welcome. Where are you calling in from today? Oops.
New Zealand, so about 2 hours drive north of the capital, Wellington.
Fantastic. We're happy to have you. Also, great jersey.
Yay.
I know it's not. This is great to see the representation. The Velocity Riders. We also had earlier. We had Homer and Allison and Modi, all team cognition. You can see that in the game we have matching kits. So I think New Zealand added 6 countries, because I also see that Ryan's in here. So that's Canada. So we had Canada, the Netherlands, UK. I think we've got a lot. So the flags next to the riders' names also give you a clue. So let's see. Yay, Ryan. Bring Ryan on camera. Doesn't look like he's got his camera on at the moment, DK. Crucible, thanks for joining here. I see you're in there. Just going to screenshot to the Facebook page. I'm scrolling back, making sure I'm not missing anybody. All right, so we've got me as the leader, Vanessa as the sweeper. I'm the little red dot. Yeah, I still can't get used to though. It's like the weather map, so there's a chance of a storm. There'll be a little bit of a flat coming, and we'll pick it up on the flat. There's 2 little bumps, and we'll pick it up on those 2 little bumps. But right now, I'm staying below 300 behind Wilbur. Going probably too hard because I'm shimmying. That little action you can see here. Let me change cameras. Here's a side view. So what happens when I overlap the wheel of the rider in front of me? Here it is. Here it goes. Do like a little shimmy. Some sparks fly. Better see it on this actually. Let me show you so you can see it. So if I come up, and you can see that it kind of bumps the wheel. So I'm putting in more effort and I'm not really being efficient. So, all right. So as we make the rounds here, let's go ahead and bring Homer back on camera here. We've got, we had Ben here from the UK with his Rockstar family here on their bikes, which is really awesome to see. On the front, we have Elizabeth there holding down the front with Niels and Modi also in our broadcast here. Around this little bend, guys, let's give a little bit of a push. Go over the bridge. Let the road straighten out. And let's kick it up to like 350, 400. Just a little push here. All together. If you feel like the gap is getting too big and you need to use this power up, go ahead. Just a little push. I'm going to change my gearing here a little bit. That's the helicopter view. I'm just pressing C. Whoops, gotta go back to, there it is. Bringing everyone back on camera. You can see the quantum shift there being used by Ben. I'll use it. I think it was, whoops, there we go. Oh, I gotta step out behind the rider, and we can soften back down. I'm using the super at the wrong speed there. There's Peter. All right, I can slow it back down. 275, 300. Nicely done. One little push on the climb. So, if you notice when I was on those cameras here, there's a lot of cool kits. You can see in the yellow up in front of me. That's CCC. That was one of the first. Frank said, look at my one. I like yours. That's the CVR kit. Super cool. Ahead of me on the right is CCC. Peter's in that one. Directly in front of me is 3R. Let's see if I can show. Woo! Nice move there, Nigel. Nigel dropping the power-ups, giving a display. I love it. Kayla there behind. Looks like behind Frank there you can see her in the hive kit. I love this POV here. Let's see. Whoops. Mix up some more cameras. Nope, Ryan still doesn't have his on. Got Kayla back up there. Team Hive in the kit. CVRcade kit behind me. Modi Team Cognition. I can change and get on board with the riders. I'm on board with Badger. That's the Team 3R kit. Looks pretty nice. While I've got that, I'll bring Kevin's camera up here. That kit looks nice. Looks sharp. I'm right beside you, I think. Nope, that's a different velocity. I've lost my place as I've clicked on other folks. So when you're using the nearby riders list, Jeff and Nigel, woo! Allison here in the Team Cognition kit. Allison was streamed into the first, into our first. She's got the Cognition kit. You can see the stripes of her license on her shoulder there. Racer here. Kayla, let me show you Kayla's up close here. I made it small so I could fit everything on the screen. And there we go. On board with Kayla. There's some Ben Hive as well. Looking sharp. Looking sharp in those kits. So go back to me and get ready. We're going to do a last push on the interval here. I'm the red dot. Get across this bridge. Give it a push right over the top. We'll regroup. Go ahead. Give it a dig. 400. It's okay. Give it a push. Use your quantum shifts if you want to. I'm going to move my bottom bar while I'm talking so I can, there we go, get my power-ups activated. Helicopter view. Keep pushing right over the top. Nice job. On the inside of Kayla. Jennifer, everyone's popping their supers. Underdog. And I'm at the top. I'm going to soften my pace. There's Allison and Frank over my shoulder. Looking good. Looks like we have Elizabeth here. There's Elizabeth. Ben with his fam. I love it. Let me just check the mixer chat as we regroup. Helicopter, how we looking? I'm gonna come over. Now as the leader, these guys can't get too far ahead of me. So I'm gonna try to be sure to make my way up to the front because we're gonna do one last interval at the 1K to go banner. Not a banner. There's a poll that I'll shout out, but it's at about 1K to go. The way you'll read that 1K, all right. I see Peter, CCC. Let's all soften on the front just a smidge. Let the group close up. Good job, Peter. Good job, Badger. I see on the outside, looks like Frank and a Cognition rider. Allison maybe on the outside. There we go. Coming through a little bit more here on this descent. Minus 1% grade right now. This is over the shoulder. I can also change my mini cam view by pressing the letter V and change that. So I can have my mini camera on helicopter if I wanted to see how we're getting stretched out, but also keep my awareness of where I am in the pack. Got Jennifer in front of me. Hey Jennifer. How are you?
Good. Sorry, I didn't mean to like semi-block you.
No, not at all. Don't even worry, you're good. We're all just trying to get in the draft. That's what I love about Uncrashables. We can all just kind of tuck in the graph without worry about overlapping tires, sneak into the group when we can. So, Modi, I don't want to ask you right before the last effort here, but anything special that you're doing for your birthday?
Oh, well, hanging out with a bunch of friends here for the group ride. It's pretty cool. So people watching out there, you might think that, this is something that we started doing after, we started staying at home more. But, most of the riders here in the stream, a lot of us have been riding together. So, I don't think I've ever been at a birthday party for myself with this many friends at it. So, pretty cool. But lots of fun things planned with the kids.
Good. Here comes the post on the right-hand side coming up before the left-hand turn. Just so you know. Keep going. What are the kids going to do?
They, I think, have made a scavenger hunt for presents that they've made me.
Nice.
And we'll have dinner as a family. And
here's the post. Go, go, go if you want. Go, go, go.
And count our blessings. I think what Kevin said earlier is really important. We're very fortunate, and the best thing we can do is be thankful for the people who are in more difficult situations and taking care of people, and that we can take care of them by doing our part too. So I'm glad he brought that up.
Absolutely. Coming around, about 0.4 kilometers to go. Hopefully I'm not holding you back. I ran out of underdogs, so you're not going to get far. I'm trying to catch you guys. That is the leader force field in action. Here I come, guys. It's kind of not fair, because I could use you as a lead out. Who's going to take it? Go, go, go. Right around the corners of the finish line. Nice, Modi. For the birthday, come on. You get it? Oh my gosh. On the bottom, 165 on the heart rate. That's not even equalized. That's the real one. Nice job. All right. So we're going to go to the next event. I'm going to lose people in the channels here as we all switch and get portal to the next. I'll bring them back in, and we'll bring everything back in once we get to the event. Here we go. All right, so this is the lap challenge. The lap challenge is to see if you go at your own pace, how fast you can make it around, sudden lane change. And I'm going to bring up the lap leaderboard. You have one corner caper. Use it wisely. On sudden lane change, there are not only, where's my here we are, off the towel here. Let me just transition back to the screen here. Whoops, this way. One corner caper, and you won't slide out of the corners. There are corner speeds for the left and the right. This is the map. You can see that it's flat, but these are the corners that you have to watch out for. And the thing about the corners on this one is that you're coming into a corner and you can be blind as you come around it. So the better you know the map, you can line yourself up in the right position before you get to the corner and run the risk of smashing into an obstacle. So let's see here. I don't know if Frank has his mic on, or but Frank is usually one of the folks to watch his technique on this one, getting out in front. Ryan's also good at this. We've seen everybody sort of kind of figure this out here. I'm bring the cameras back in here. We're going to go in about a minute and a half. We've got Elizabeth here, very familiar with the lap challenges. This one, I'll probably myself take the first lap easy and the second lap hard, and then the third lap easy, and the fourth lap. So I'll do 2 and 4 on the lap challenges. It's not a race, it's just trying to get your best lap time. I think a lot of people know that in a race situation, to try to get out in front of people. So if you might have a better chance on the second lap if we spread out. The name of the game on this ride is not to try to win. It's just to try to get the lap time. So what you do is you can open up the lap leaderboard. Bring that up here. Let me see if I can move it to a different location here. I'll move it up there. So now it's on the upper left-hand side. And you can see that there's, if there's a super involved, there's a power-up. We are riding with other people, so we'll be drafting right now on the leaderboard. Tim Fulford, our friend who we're wishing well to quick recovery on the virus there at 58 seconds. Jeff Rooney. Hey, Jeff, I'm going to bring you into here. Hold on a second. There you are. How are you feeling about that time? Gonna beat it? Oop, I'm not hearing you. I have your mic open. Ah, you're there. I don't know why it's not coming through. Just say, yes. Shake your head emphatically. Yes, I'm going to beat it. Good luck to you, my friend. Ben, good luck to you. I see you've lost your peoples. That's okay. I think that you held their attention for quite some time, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure. I think they might be back.
That's great. Yeah. Do they like their moment in the spotlight, or they didn't want to talk? Oh, there she is. Hi. Ah. I just was so busy looking at you to wave at you, I just crashed into the thing because I can't make my eyes move fast enough. Welcome back. This one I think you're really going to like. Daddy's going to crush it. On this lap, you can see 58 seconds is the time to beat. 58.405 is the time to beat. We'll be watching those. We're on the first lap. On the mini map, right, I still can't get used to it. There, you can see I'm the red dot, and I just crashed because I was pointing and looking someplace else. You don't want to do that because you're going to lose 5-6 seconds, and then you're going to have to spin back up. So, Jeff, number 2 spot. Frank isn't on camera. I didn't hear him in the audio. We'll see what he can do here. Modi, how are you feeling about the lap time challenge?
Oh, I'm excited. This will be fun. It's a tough course.
I love when...
I don't think we never had this many riders on the course at once. So this will be really cool.
I just messed up. All right, looks like he's going. Let me see if I can hop on board with Modi. All right now we're with Modi on board. Watching him, he uses the corner keeper so he doesn't have to slow down. Slides to the next lane. Nicely done. Nicely done. Frank did go on behind him, but he's not distracted. Modi right now, 46 kph, 45 kph. He's minding those corner speeds, coming through the pylons. 600 equalized watts here. That's what it looks like on this effort here. 600 equalized watts here by Modi. Goes around the pylons, takes the inside line, knows he's going to slide out a little bit, finds himself in the position. I'm sure he's looking at those riders ahead of him, making sure that he's not, again, these corner speeds you can exceed them, but you can also slide. Ooh, nice one. That was so close. That was amazing. Jennifer was respawning at the same time right across the line. Oh, Modi, nice one. I'll let you catch your breath. Speak whenever you are ready. But man, that was awesome. Yeah. Did you beat it?
I was lucky then when I came through the ghosted rider. Very close.
Yeah. So if you were watching what was happening with Modi there, what he it looked like Jennifer maybe had crashed or one of the other riders had crashed and they were respawning at the time, and he just kind of phased through them without. Let's see if I can see someone else with some high watts here. Homer might be going through here. Maybe see if I can bring Homer. Is he on camera right now? It doesn't look like he is on camera. Homer on board with Homer, trying to beat his lap time here. We're just doing 4 quick laps on sudden lane change. If you're just joining us, this is CVRcade. This is one of our fantasy themes. We are on board with Homer. He is trying to break his lap time. He is on camera. There he is. All right, now I see him. He's got a rider in front of him. He's got to make his lane position change. He comes around the line. Was that, Homer, one of the ones that you were trying to do the lap challenge? Yes? No? Oh, it looks like he's still focused. Looks like he's going again. When you get into a rhythm on this course, it's very mental. It's physical, of course, too, but it's very mental. Oh, he's got someone in front of him. He's going to go. It's a lapped rider. He's able to go through it. Nice. Sometimes you don't know that it can mess you up. You can make a lane change because you want to avoid it, and then you end up not needing to worry about it. I just saw Modi spin up again. Modi, is he going for it again at maybe? Little nod if you are. Yes. Okay, he is. All right, we're back on board with Modi. You can see Ben also on screen here explaining to his daughter what he's doing as he's doing it. Modi, it looks like you have a very studious young subject right there next to you, trying to learn the ins and outs. You should let her steer, and you can pedal. That might work. Here we are. The avatar that we're on is Modi. You can see that. Also Homer. I'll hop back on Homer's in a second here. Homer. Ben moves around for Homer. Homer comes around here. It does look like he finished the event here. Homer is complete. Modi will stick on board with Modi here. We've got at the top of my screen here 5 minutes, 38 seconds till we go. And how'd you do, Modi? Looks like 1:10.
About 3 seconds slower than the one with the power up, so pretty good.
Yeah, really good. Nice job. Nice job. So we've got about 5 minutes before our next event here. Peter's still in the mix. Thanks for streaming in, Peter. The next one is a race. I want those to go their own pace. You don't need to race it. I know you're competitive. Just ride it. Ride it as you recover, please. We've got Kayla in there taking a sip here. We're all probably going to get transported. I'm going to have to go manually because Lord knows where my avatar is. All of these guys are going to start to disappear from the mix as I was just chatting. So I kept my legs moving, but my crash percentage is probably off the charts here. As we move to the next event here, let's see here. We have in here, oh my gosh, I've missed so many. Crucible was like, Kayla! And DK was back in there. Thank you. Looks like we've got, I need my glasses here. Nigel was in there too. Crucible, Aaron Starboy, DK Mansuni. I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, people want you to bring on your camera. The shimmy dance Crucible, yeah, when I was explaining what that was earlier today. Thanks so much for being a part of the stream to our friends on Mixer. Thanks so much for being, oh, Tim Fulford was cheering for Homer. I got to make sure he knows that. All right, I'm going to change to the next event. Make sure you come, Kevin. I can still see you in here on the current track. You can just switch on over here. I'm going to leave this event. I'm going to go to the next one. There we go. So you can see that we have, hold on a second, I will take my camera off for a second so you can see all of the supers that we have. We have one corner caper on this race. We have one uncrashable and one underdog. So on one lap Water Village, this is probably one of our most technical tracks. When you look at, let me get back here. Boop-a-doop. There we are. There we are. All right. When you look at the... Whoa, everybody's back in. I got to close a bunch of these microphones here. So when we transport from one track to another, our default is the current track audio video. That's where everybody goes. I am manually going through and closing the microphones so they can open them and talk to each other, but they're not going to come through to me. And the green lights here next to their name means they have camera. We've got about 3 minutes to go here. Whoa, I launched out of the gate here. Ben is someone who has, I think, done really, really, really well on this map. And I was talking about the... Yay, I did it right. I did the weather person thing right. So this is the map profile, and you can see that there's these little bends in the road, and those have max corner speeds. You can see that I just crashed because it says try to keep the speed below 50 in the corner here. I know Elizabeth's really familiar with this map. Jeff is familiar with this map. We've got Homer in here. I'm going to be popping around on the cameras. I'm going to bring our birthday human back in. I feel good about this one, Modi, for your birthday. I feel like you're going to like cry. How do you feel about this map in general?
It's a tough race. Nigel said earlier before the audio's all clicked in that there's going to be a lot of crashing. There's some real tricky corners, but it's interesting. I think the last time on this was a race in the run-up races. It might have been one of the first races for points in the World Cup Solo Cup. But I remember being at the front with Tim Fulford and Timothy Termont, and us just passing each other. And ultimately, Tim Fulford beat us all. And I think he faked me out by calling a corner speed on a previous race. It was quite a show, and to think about, it feels like that was on a different planet right now. But I'm excited for this event and glad to be here.
Well, so with just those supers with one lap, do you have any strategy of when you're going to use them?
Thank you for that question, because I didn't even look and see that we had them. So,
one corner caper, one uncrashable, and one underdog.
I will probably use them all right after I crash and attempt to undo my crash by exacerbating my crash and wasting them. That's my prediction. And I won't be the only one.
Well, good luck to you. Just under a minute to go. Good luck to you, Kayla. Just under a minute to go here. We'll let you get in the thing. Ben, good luck to you. I see you have your cheering squad. Elizabeth, good luck to you. I have a good feeling about you in this because of your lap challenge experience. So other people are going to be, nah. I know you're not the racing looking after the races, but the lap challenge, if you look at it like a lap challenge, I think you have a really good chance. That's my girl. All right. Good luck to you. Nigel, good luck to you. Wearing the purple and orange. Well, out of the gate you go. Good luck. I will be calling the race rather than participating in the race. It is a one-lap race, and if we configure the events right, then we know that people did not, I'm not the leader, so it's not going to matter. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my camera out because you don't need to see me. Oh, wait, I messed it up. I'm just going to stay focused here. Modi and Nigel here, and Frank and Ben on the front here. We've got Peter also in Team CCC gear, making the close on Nigel. Let me see if I can get Peter back in. Ooh, corner caper, well executed by Peter, coming around Nigel here. Still the corner caper at play. And let me see if I can get down here. I've got to... Oh, well done. Peter knows how to execute on these. I'm trying... Oh, there you are, Peter. I was looking at the bottom here. I got to bring you in here. Smart. How he's playing it. Slowing it down enough for the corner. Using those supers in succession. Back-to-back corners means he didn't have to lose the speed. And he's making other people respond. So he's got Nigel just a second back. I'm back on board here with Nigel. they're watching the corner speed because we don't have uncrashable on as an ability in this map. So if they overlap wheels, if one of them slides out into the other in the corner, then they're both going to go, one of them's going to go down. The one on the sliding into, the slidey or the slider is going to go down, but the person that gets slid into will not. So Nigel, just keeping enough distance around these corners from Peter in the front here. Doesn't look like he's really wanting to hop on the wheel. And now as you see me soft pedaling and you see these guys working and being focused here, they are putting down some watts, and they're needing to slow down into these corners on the straightaways. You'll see this type of a map there. Peter up out of the saddle here, digging in a little bit, and then slowing down before he gets to the corner. Frank behind Nigel here. Frank can see the two ahead of him here just by a second or two. But this position that Frank's in, seeing the riders up in front of him, means he just has to be calm. And I didn't see earlier if he used his supers. So I would be betting that the same thing, Ryan just back here with Frank is probably saying, okay, I'm going to see if someone ahead of me makes a mistake. If they don't make a mistake, I am going to be sure that I can capitalize on that and use my supers. But Peter on the front has a 3-second gap from Nigel. Nigel here, this is Nigel's point of view. You can see Nigel on the camera here. Modi also here on the camera, a little bit further back here behind Homer. Homer also in here. I'll bring Homer back up into the stream here. There's Homer. So Peter, Nigel, Frank still sitting third wheel, just a second back from Nigel, being cautious, but knowing that he has a couple supers in his pocket. Underdog Allison comes up around here. Let's bring Allison to the stream. Allison comes around that corner. Allison is looking good for the finish. Ryan did go down. Frank uses his power up, as does Nigel on pursuit here. Nigel on pursuit using his power up. This is a part where you can get lots of speed. You're on the long swoopy part of the map here. Nigel is trying to catch up with Peter, trying to close down that 4 seconds here. And Frank right on the heels of Nigel saying, go ahead, go, go, go. I'm right behind you. And this is where it's all going to come down to, because on this map here has 2 laps, 2.6 kilometers to go on this one race here. So these guys are really, Peter's really executing this flawlessly. Nigel used his super here around the corner to close that gap on Peter here. So now, if you're counting cards the way one might, you will know that I think Peter does not have any of the corner protection or the uncrashable protection. He only has the underdog. So you can see Homer here up out of the saddle. This is Homer's avatar here. Homer trying to close down on Ryan, who did suffer a little bit of crash. Allison here, who does have, let's see, she's got Frank in her sights up there just a little bit ahead here. We'll bring her camera back on here. Whoops. Close down Homer so we can see Allison as well. We're on board with Allison. Allison at the bottom of your screen. You can see her riding her bike. You can see her avatar in the game. CVRcade Mod KG says, go! Mansuni, Ben, when are your girls joining Cade? I think they already had. Crucible, I see some sort of a emoji there. It looks like a red face. I hope that I hope that you're not upset. Maybe because someone is in the front. Shout out what you're looking for. Nigel on the front, 3 seconds ahead of Peter. Allison, you can see here on hot pursuit of Peter. Peter holding that second position here. We're on lap 2 of 2 on underdog right there, getting 50 extra watts per rider in front. So it's a big little blast. Uses the combination with the uncrashable. I was wondering if she's going to do that because she was using that super at the moment that you would have needed to slow down. So she had that in her pocket. Corner caper, the 1-2 punch from Allison. That was really smart. Saved her underdog, had 2 people ahead of her, got the extra watts, dropped the 2 supers to protect herself in the corner, 1-2, and then pulls out in front. Now she is 4 seconds in front of Frank. Frank just popped his uncrashable on pursuit to Allison. Frank overtakes Allison and says, I have something up my sleeve, Allison. You might not have known that, but now I am setting the pace, and it's me that you have to catch. Looks like Ben did answer DK Mansudi about his kids getting on the game here. Whenever the smart trainer storage is over, I know shortage is over. It's crazy how there was a run on them. So makes a little more sense than some of the other shortages. But here we are. Nigel still there. We have him on camera on fourth wheel. Peter, Nigel and Peter within sights of each other, but it's Frank who's on the front. Allison, second wheel. This is Allison's point of view. Peter, you see him. This is his kit. You can see the two riders up ahead of them. Just 5-6 seconds up the way. 0.8 kilometers to go. So this is going to come down to the off-road section of the map. These riders are going to hit the dirt. They're going to come around this corner. We see where Frank is. Frank's going to come around this corner, and then he's going to hit the park. The park is where he can really pick up some speed. You can see him doing that 700 equalized watts, trying to open up that gap while the riders behind him are still navigating the corners. Allison, though, did not ever let him out of her sights. Her at the bottom of the screen here. Peter, third position here. You can see just 5 seconds back from Frank and Allison, and Nigel up out of the saddle, 700 equalized watts, just trying to get one more position, trying not to let Peter out of his sights. We've also still have Ben in here as well. Jennifer's in here. Jeff Rooney's in here. Kayla's in here. All fighting for these secondary positions. Badger in here. Badger and Ben. So these guys all the way through are racing competitively, trying to get to the front here. Allison coming around the final corner here and takes... Whoa! Frank comes around her. Oh my God, I was just about to say Frank takes the win, but that is not what happened. Peter, Frank, Peter, Allison. Whoa! That has to be a little disappointing there. I was literally having that come out of my mouth. That's a bummer, Allison. That's okay. That was such smart racing. Frank did kind of give you a little bit nervous at the end. It's so hard at the end of the race not to back off on that, but well done to you, Allison. Well done to Frank, Ben, Nigel. Great work out there. So the next event starts in 3 minutes or 1 minute, 1:34. I've got to hop on over there, guys. Come on, join us in L. We'll see you. I'm going to manually go on over. Thank you for the heads up there, Allison. That was tough. I couldn't leave the race. I was so into it, but I appreciate you giving me the heads up so that I don't miss it. Nice job, Frank, Allison, DK Mansuni. Aaron is broadcasting tonight, so you won't want to miss that. So that was a lot of fun. We are back to Zone K. This is our group ride. And on Zone K, we did the same thing. Zone L, we're back. We've got Uncrashable as an ability. Let me put that back on so everyone can see it. Just over a minute to start here. Uncrashable as an ability, so we don't have to worry about corner speeds. We don't have to worry about overlapping wheels. We have a comeback kid. So if we do find ourselves left behind, we can pop the comeback kid. We do have a sweeper in the event, and since we have a sweeper in the event, we will not have to worry. Vanessa can just pull us on back. I can see this is one of those things. I'm getting some comments in here about the racing here. Make sure I stay more races in a little over a minute. Nice job. Okay. A quantum shift, you face other people, and then you can see underdog here, 50 extra watts for every rider in front of you, and the duration of that is 10 seconds. So let me close out of that. Coming back into the broadcast, we have Allison here. Great effort there, Allison. I don't know if you have your mic on. I know that sometimes it's kind of hard to manage all those things, but great job on that race. Nigel as well. Nigel, how are you feeling?
Oh, pretty good. Well done to Frank on that one. I didn't realise it was 2 laps. I only thought it was 1 lap, so I used my power-ups the first lap, and then I came around and then, there's another lap.
That might have been my fault because I thought it was 1 lap as well, and I looked and I said, "Oh, it's 2 laps." So if I misspoke, I'll take the blame on that one. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, here we go. Nice relaxed here. 250, 275. The bots are doing 275. We can get behind the bots. Let them help set a pace for us. If you want to do more than that, just go ahead and go ahead of them. But I feel like I really love City. How did that feel to race the Water Village, Nigel? Did you like that? You like that map?
I'm getting better at it. I didn't crash at all that time. Having a couple of power-ups helps. But yeah, one that if you'd practice it, pays off.
Yeah, nicely done. I hope you can stick around and do it again. This time you'll know it's 2 laps. And do the dance.
Yeah.
Well, nice effort.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Awesome. And it looks like Peter has left. He joined us, Peter Castrop team, CCC kit, the yellow kit in the last zone. Set the pace in the first race of Zone K. Thanks for joining us. Right now we've got Allison, Nigel, Homer on screen. Let's mix up the cameras. Let's have a look at some of our other friends here in the broadcast. We've got Kayla. Let me bring Kayla up. We've got Ryan. See you on camera yet? Nope. We've got Ben. And we've got Jeff. So, great. We did a little round robin earlier in terms of where everyone was from. I think we had 5 or 6 different countries represented. This is a global fitness game. So happy to have everyone here. I'm gonna take a little drink. Hey, Ben, how are your kids holding up? They giving you good motivation?
Yeah, quite a distraction. The race just didn't happen at the end of the last zone. No, but it's nice. It's lovely to have them there. I'm getting a barrage of questions about who's on screen, who's on camera. I need to go to the front. You name it.
Well, you know what you should do is you should let them steer.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
I say that because I think, don't you have like an elaborate bunch of buttons in front of you that you rigged up? Yeah. It'd be like a electronic drum kit of like all of a sudden I just see everything lighting up on your avatar. I'm coming, guys. I don't mean to hold you up. So busy chatting, blah, blah, blah. Jeff, you doing okay?
I keep turning my mic off so you don't hear me.
There you are. Now I can hear you. Sometimes I have to be a little more patient. It's like I have this thing where if it's like dead air for 1 second, I'm like, oh, you're there? Okay, I'll just keep talking. I have to
Hey, you're going to run out of voice after 2 hours of just going.
Yeah, I think it was Thursday that I was like, oh my gosh, I went 2 hours and didn't drink. So I need to like make sure I take a little bit of a sip here and there. So how did you do on sudden lane change on the last lap challenge? You do okay?
I wasn't trying for you. I've already got a reasonable lap time, but I've been doing a few miles over the last week, so I don't think I've got that punch in the legs at the minute.
Yeah, I understand. No, I saw that. I think you had the second position and you were under a minute.
That's the power-up lap.
Ah.
That's not quite the real one.
It counts, man. We did, on Friday, we did Rise and Rip, and I did Dashed Against the Rocks, and let's just say I configured with some very favorable power-ups. And so I got to practice, like, when not to do things, because I was like, oh, I have an uncrashable. I'm like, oh, didn't think I'd need to use it there, because I crashed on the descent. So I used razor edge. I was like, ah! So even with power-ups doesn't mean it's, or supers doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Okay. All right. Here I come, guys. I'm finally back. Just trying to
Also, some of the new tracks have been well built because you can go around them at just below threshold and it's like, oh yeah, it's an easy enough track. But as soon as you start doing race pace and putting in that extra effort, suddenly you're sliding out to an obstacle and all sorts of things. So it takes it next level.
Yeah, I hear ya. So let's see, we're settled in on Cityscape. Oh, Nigel just came in. All right, this is a nice pack we've got here going, guys. Nice job. So how's it going, Kayla? How'd you do? How you feeling?
Feeling good. The first hour of the ride was very nice, just getting kind of warmed up and everything, and then was able to do some of the last challenges on sudden lane change, and then it was fun. I always like the water village for Cityscape. Just being able to practice all the technical turns, and then because there's just so many technical turns and you have to slow down and everything, so it's I really enjoy that one. And then being able to during the gravel part, just being able to power it out. So it's a nice little tempo if you get in, just like sudden lane change. When you get into a nice tempo there, you can just feel yourself moving with some lane to lane, and then with same with Cityscape. So had a few crashes there, but hey, it's always good practice.
Yeah, and it's good practice, and it doesn't feel like I don't know. I don't feel as stressed. We've been doing lap challenges on the Rise and Rip, and I feel like I don't feel like the pressure of having it be like I crashed and so I've blown the race. It's like still.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree because this week it's Aaron's challenges on Submerged Stadium for who can get the fastest lap this week on there. So gonna be kind of like how I did last week with my class, because we have the structured workouts for the beginner. So if people just want to do a 30-minute workout with a structured workout, then they can just at least join the class for the beginners. And then for the endurance ride, the more advanced, that is 60 minutes long. Just kind of breaking it up, since we have classes 3 times a week, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then beginner again is at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, and then the advanced one, which is 60 minutes long, is at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just breaking up that advanced one, since it's 60 minutes long, and break it up for the first half to 30 minutes, just trying out those challenges that are going on, just mixing it up and having fun, and then going into a structured workout for the last 30 minutes. So we're going to be tackling that Wednesday, tomorrow, just to see who can get the fastest lap time. It's good intervals. You can just at least go hard a lap, take a break for a lap, go hard again for a lap, take a break again. And then again, it's at your own pace too. So if you don't want to, you don't have to, but at least, there's that option out there just to throw in a different challenge. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow if, more people are looking for rides and activities to do with groups.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And Jack, who I think is not in the channel, but if he's watching the stream, I just did my underdog and stepped in front of him. So I noticed it too late once I made the move. So sorry, Jack. I saw you follow with the super, so I wasn't trying to be disrespectful here. So Jeff just came through the front using his quantum shift, taking turns on the front. If we were outside, I moved over a lane there, Jack. I think that's who's behind me still. If we were, no, that was Homer. Sorry, Homer. If we were outside, we wouldn't necessarily be using the supers to phase through each other and come to the front. We'd step out and we'd come up to the front, or if we were pace lining, the person in the front would peel off. And what that means is if you're in a pace line, you're doing a pace, you're all going together, someone's at the front, they step off and drift back, and the other person becomes the person that's what you call pulling, which is taking the wind and kind of protecting the rest of the riders. Who is that? I heard someone come chime in. No? Okay, I'm not sure what.
I don't know how I'm going to get the spots to work. I
don't know if I hear some crosstalk in there, I think. Let's see here. Is that Ben? Ben's got his family still. Was that you? Were you trying to communicate with me, Nigel, and I turned off your mic? No? Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. You know, it's sort of like, have you guys seen those, like, funny jokes with, like, how, like, Zoom calls happen and stuff? How, like, the first 10 minutes of every meeting, people are, like, trying to get their technology set up, and then they're, like, running late, and then it's like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And then they have, like, a 30-second meeting, and then they all, like, disappear. There's a really funny thing about that. I feel like we do a pretty good job of getting everybody's mic open and camera. Oh, I get a little bit of a...
Going back in the pack.
Oh, I think I get a little bit of a... Feedback loop. All right, I think if I didn't make everybody's ears bleed, looks like everybody's got an X on my side, so everybody's back muted again. So what can happen is someone's mic picks up their own mic or another mic, and then the signal coming through the speaker gets picked up by the mic, and it creates this feedback loop. Really cool on the electric guitars. Wait a minute, where am I coming through?
Yeah, it doesn't mean I can. My microphone, everything coming out of my ear.
I think Jack's mic might be open. Someone's mic is bleeding through here.
I am coming directly through your ears, but the microphone can't hear that.
Everybody is quiet except for one. Everybody's on.
What they're saying.
Hold on.
And everything I'm saying back.
I'm getting a loop.
They're hearing what I'm saying, but then they're also hearing themselves again.
Yep. I'm going to change tracks and come back and see if it unhooks it. And then...
I heard myself there. I heard myself through someone else's computer.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Jack on the broadcast widget. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to mute that. 1 second. Someone's coming through a different channel. Thank you.
You don't know who I am.
Oh, it's so funny. There we go. I think I killed it. Nigel, you're the best. Oh my gosh. So I just had, you weren't muted to me, but you might have been muted to the stream. So what just happened there, I was trying to, I had all of the, thank you, Vanessa. I think I had to just close out everybody. All right, now I'm back. Now I'm back with it. Okay, so there is the comms widget, which is where I'm bringing in all of the cameras on the lovely people. You guys are all like slowing down to a halt because I stopped pedaling. That is the force field on the front. There we are. Here's our lovely people back. So there's also what's called the broadcast widget, where it's another communication channel, and I didn't realize someone was coming through. Not only I was coming through their broadcast widget and had their mic open, and so there was a little bit of feedback loop. Solved. All right. Thank you. Got it. All right. Vanessa's pulling me back. That's funny. Not that she's pulling me back, but I'm supposed to be the leader. Oh, I don't have quantum shift. I can't phase through. Boom. That's a bump. All right. Now we're back. Kayla, is the audio clean to you now? You don't have any feedback loops, right? Everybody's good? All right. What's that?
Got one lap left.
One lap to go on this warm-up ride. So, next one we'll go to Rocky Mountains. We'll still be on a group ride setting. We'll do a couple pushes, and then we have lap challenge and race. Does everybody have enough food? What's anybody eating? Kayla, do you have snacks? Oh, your mic's muted. Not mine, it's on your end. Your mic's closed, Kayla. You gotta unmute. I can't hear you now, Kayla. It's okay. Hopefully. Can you hear me now, Bueller?
I can hear you, Beth.
I was like, hey, what are you eating, Kayla? I'm like, I can't hear you. It's because I had the mic onto the stream, but not into your channel. What are you eating? Do you have any good snacks?
I don't have any snacks near me, but afterwards I'm going to make, I've been craving a peanut butter and jelly, so I'm going to make that, maybe 2.
That sounds good.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have any snacks? I know, no chocolate ones, right? No chocolate cupcakes this time?
I have a bowl of clementines or tangerines. I told myself I'll do that rather than eat like the goo.
Oh, but the goo's so good though.
I know. I love them. I'm always like, oh, it's like having frosting like in a little tube. It's like such a good treat.
Oh yeah. Oh, so yummy. And I was craving, I've been really craving Snickers, so I bought a couple of those and whatnot, so I might have that too after.
Ooh,
I love Snickers.
That sounds really good.
Candy.
I know. Someone sent me something about one of the things that we'll be doing a lot of in isolation is cooking and eating, and that's okay.
Yep.
Jeff, what do you got? Any treats? Got any good treats, Jeff?
Actually, no, we're trying to be good, otherwise in lockdown I'll be coming out of the mob.
Pudding?
I'm avoiding as much as I can.
Oh. But you can eat whatever you want if you ride, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I know you can. I just like pretend you can. What's that like? I cycle so I can eat or something like that. I don't know. Some funny memes I've seen. Do you have like a sweet tooth, or are you like a savory, salt? What's your go-to?
I'm a sugar person.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Do you do chocolate or do you like do gummy candy type stuff?
A bit of everything. Like I'm a bakery person too, so.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't really found anything sugary or sweet that I don't like, so I won't go hungry. All right, we're going to change to the next event. I might lose you guys. I'm portaling now to the next event. So I will lose everybody in the audio widget. I'm going to go through and mute their mics now. Sorry for the audio earlier. I had some feedback happening from the broadcast widget. Right now, I can actually, I'm going to move this guy and close this guy for now. I'll bring the laps leaderboard back on. This is mountain bike. We have, we'll do a couple intervals. We'll do what we did in Zone K. In Zone K, we started out with the bots about 275. And then we did a couple of pickups on the incline. You can see a lot of windows open here. I'm going to close them out here. I am covered up, but we've got Comeback Kid All right. We've got quantum shift. This is like, again, weather person. We've got uncrashable, and we've got underdog. So it looks like this should have been an uncrashable event. So hopefully, usually it's an uncrashable event where we won't overlap. I think we might have just had this one configured wrong. So if you are riding this one, be aware that it looks like we don't have it as an ability like we did on the last one, which is no big deal. Just the first 10 seconds of the ride, be sure that you use the quantum shift, get in your lane position, and just lock it down. But you will be able to quantum shift through other riders. You'll be able to use your combat kit and your underdog. So this is a cool map here. Let me just change my camera views and have a look around here. So I'm just pressing the letter C here. 126 before we have to go helicopter view, but this is the free. So this is the landscape. That's the road. You can see the avatars there flying up. But I like to look at the maps and see all the work that the artists have done. Look at the sky. Like, isn't that cool? Like, it's just, they've done such a nice job in this environment. So pressing the letter C allows you to navigate through, and this is the free angle. I'm trying not to move it too quickly so I don't make you dizzy. And then so back to camera showing me. Camera showing backwards. The bike, the side angle there, and then the finish line. So it's good to see the finish line at the end of a race. So I'll try to get that camera angle. The person who is really good at getting all the camera angles in a race is Vic, and here I'm on with the leader. They're warming up. So we'll go back to me on my bike. Okay, so I'll check in here. So be about 275 when you come out of the gate to stick on the bots. If you want to be ahead of them, you be ahead of them. We'll have a couple pushes on it. We've got Elizabeth there on the top of your screen. We've got Allison. We've got Homer. We'll hang here. We've got Ben. His family was joining them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. A little bit of a push out of the gate. Just stay with the bots so you don't get left behind. If you do, use your comeback kit. Easy peasy. So we'll start out at 275. We'll get going. We'll do the pickups in about the same spot. And remember, I was just going to say, remember, Kayla, we don't have uncrashable on. It looked like it might have been just a mistake with the organizers that we did. I'll take that one. I am one of the organizers, so sorry about getting this configured uncrashable. The other one had the ability. This one does not. So let me see if I can get on the wheel here. This is the time here where we do need to use those mirrors a lot. So look over my back shoulder here. I am drafting the blue rider in front of me, and I'll let them set the pace, and we'll come through. There's going to be a little bit of an incline, and then there's that wooden bridge, and we go off to the left. That's where we'll do the pickup, somewhere between 350 and 400. Then we'll settle back down to 275, and then we'll do another push over the top and a 1K to the finish. All right. There's Vanessa, our sweeper. I'm coming, guys. Here we go. Get into the groove here. Thumbs up, Homer, still doing okay? Awesome. Elizabeth, doing all right? Fantastic. Allison, thumbs up, you good? Not sure she's hearing me right now. Ben, you good? Yeah, you little people abandon you again? Oh, I'm not hearing you. Hold on. Stay where you are. Don't go anywhere. Yep, that's the right one. You're not coming through now. I don't know how did I mute you all. I didn't want to mute you. You should be open. We'll just take the smile and a thumbs up as an affirmative. All right. So we're still going to stay with the bots. Kayla's already back. She used her power-ups wisely. Oops. Here we go. There's everybody. Now you can see them. Now you can see their thumbs up. Crucible here. Yes, both cameras. VNC toggles it. Hey, Atomic Froster. Welcome. Back into the chat here. Make sure I don't miss it. Tay Fearless. Thanks for being in the chat as well. Hawkeye, hi. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. This is CVRcade. If you are new here, welcome. If you like what you see, like and follow us. We stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday with all these lovely people who turn on their cameras. Boom. I didn't have a quantum shift. We do have the refillable uncrashable, so you can tell here at the bottom of the screen here, that green icon under the number 1 over there at the bottom underneath Ben's face is my power-ups, my supers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all uncrashable, except for the leader one that says I'm the leader. So looks like we have Hunter Allen. Is that who that is? Hunter A up here. Welcome. If you're in, I'm not sure if you're in the chat and can hear, but welcome to the stream. Hunter, Homer, Elizabeth, Jack A is still with us. Jack, one of our new riders, thank you for joining us. So glad you could be here. Super fun. Sorry if I cut in front of you using a super. Wasn't trying to be rude. Homer here, Team Cognition. Allison, Team Cognition. Ben, Team Hive. Also Team Hive. Kayla, Laguna here. Ben, I'm going to try you again here. Is your mic working now? Not coming through on my end. Bummer. Dagnabbit. Let me see if it's you or if it's on my end. Let's see. Kayla, are you able to talk?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Okay. So
yeah, I can hear Ben in the chat too, in our chat. So
okay.
The audio's working on his end.
Okay, just not coming through on mine, even though it's unmuted. Sorry about that, Ben. Wanted to bring you into the stream here. All right, I missed the first push there, so we'll push on the next little climb. Right now, on the front is Hunter, Allison, Homer. I go back to my point of view, to me. I think that is me. Oh, Camera showing bike. I'm just not in the screen, happens to be. Okay, no big deal. All right. So we get this little flat. When we cross the bridge and we go into the underpass, that's when I want everyone to give a big push. Then bring it right over the top. All right, so let's see. Side angle of everybody. Helicopter view. One of my favorite views. We're a nice peloton here. All right. You guys can see the bridge, the little wooden spot there up ahead. I've dropped my towel, but I have my jacket. There goes my phone. Oh no. I'll grab it on the descent. If you're trying to message me. All right. Backwards here over the shoulder. Come across the bridge. There we are on board. You can see Allison. On board with Allison. And right now, give a little push. 350, 400. Stay with it. The road's gonna bend to the right and then the left. Nice move, Jack. Uncrashable and the quantum. Oh, you guys getting fenced. Getting a force field. I don't know why. I'm only a second behind. I don't have any, see if I can use any power-ups to dump. Keep pushing right over the top. I think I must have been behind I can't see my avatar at the moment, so I think I might have been, I think I'm trapped behind a bot, but I don't know. There I am. Okay. Up. Little freeze. I'm back. All right. And the top, soft pedal, down the descent here. Let's regroup. Nicely done. All right, so you can see when I'm showing the side, I'm not seeing my avatar at the moment. So I apologize. Just lost.
Yeah, you're in a very far right lane, Beth, and you still got some ways you can. You still got a couple of meters before there's a rider in front of you.
Okay. Yep. Just it looks like just in my. I don't know if I messed something up in my camera view, but I can't. I'm glad you can see me. Oh, no big deal. Oh, this is my favorite one. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna grab a screenshot of us going down the Rocky Mountain here, the big peloton. Looks good. Sorry, Homer. I can see you behind me. I just can't see me. All these riders looking good. Looking good, guys. So we'll do the same thing when we get to the bottom. We'll wait to that 1K. It's like there's a post on the right hand side, and we'll give it a push from there. I do see Hunter in the chat. I don't know if you've got your audio going, but welcome, Hunter. Miss you. Hugs. Good to have you here. Be sure to use those power-ups, those supers, when you get towards the bottom. Double check our position here. All right. Elizabeth, I think I'm holding you back there. So I'm way at the bottom. I don't have any quantum shifts to bust through. And sorry about that. When I get to the bottom, I'm gonna hop off my bike and get my phone and my towel. Make sure everybody's drinking and eating. Elizabeth's on the front there. Yep. Sorry, Ben. We know that it's working on this descent. You guys can't get too far away from me. I can use let's see if I get a quantum shift. Nice job, this little bump. 1.1 kilometers. Up ahead there you can see a little post on the right hand side. Let's see here, Ben. Trying to click on folks here to get a locale, get a location on myself. On the side. There I am.
The 1K marker right now.
Okay, go, go, go. I'm trying to give you guys some room. I just found myself. Here's the marker on the right. Little push. Uncrashable is not an ability, but it is a super. Go, go, I'm coming. I've been holding you back, Elizabeth. I'm trying. Go, Homer. Looks like there's my friend Hunter. You're on camera now, my friend. Nice smile. Yay. I owe you a phone call, buddy. Love that guy. All right, right to the line, guys. Use the power if you have it. Oh, too late on mine. Dang it. Ah. All right. So, as I promised, I'm gonna get everything I dropped. Nice work. All right, I'm back. So, here we go. Homer, you good? Elizabeth, you good? Team Cognition in the house? Yeah? Thumbs up, Elizabeth? Everybody's being portaled to the next event right now. So, we'll be losing them. All right. So, sudden lane change. All right, now that I have my phone back, I'm going to make sure I mute everybody back here. Hunter, do you have a microphone on or just your camera, my friend?
All right, gang, I gotta run. I'll catch you all later.
Bye.
Hey, I've got my microphone on.
How are you?
Good.
Getting a little spin CVRcade style in social distance world?
Yes, we are. We are. This is my son here, Jack, in the background. He's the one teaching me how to do all this stuff now. You know, he's a video gamer, so.
Nice. Well, Jack, I think that I cut you off with one of my supers, so I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to be inconsiderate, especially to new riders, so welcome.
He's a gamer. He's used to be getting cut off and killed and all that stuff. He's not going to take any offense.
Well, you know, what's going to happen is he's just going to come up here and start crushing it. He's going to have all of your knowledge of fitness and tactics, and then he's going to put it together with the quick twitch of, like, the young folk, like, with their, you know, fast synapses happening, and that's what's going to happen. Have you, so you haven't ridden Sudden Lane Change before, this fantasy track that we're on, no?
No, I've not ridden this. This is new for me.
So let me talk you through it. So you weren't in the last zone, right? This is the first zone you joined. You didn't do it in the last hour.
Yeah. I just did that other one just a minute ago, but like a couple of them, but not the earlier one.
All right. Well, so you have max speeds. If you stay under 44, you should be pretty good. Under 44 kph on these lanes. You want to be in the lane you want to be in before you get to the corner. So use your arrow keys to move left and right. It's more finesse in rhythm in this one. So we've got four laps on this. It's a lap challenge. So the first lap I take easy. You can kind of get to know the terrain. And then the second lap, give a little gas and try to get your best lap time. I'm going to be pulling up the lap leaderboard. And when you do something the first time, it's an automatic PR, Hunter. So, yeah. Well, listen, I'll bring you back in the broadcast after because I think if you don't mind, I'll just ask you a question about like just kind of staying healthy while we stay fit and not pushing it too hard. So I think a lot of people might be working a little too hard because we've got anxiety and we've got stress, but we really need to measure our stress and stuff. So give you a little thing to think about, and I'll bring back some questions for you, if that's okay.
That'd be awesome. Glad to. No problem.
Great. Okay, 10 seconds to go. Thanks so much. All right. Kayla, Homer, Allison, Hunter Allen, special guest. Hope you can be regular here with us and give us some insight for what we can be doing. to continue to keep our training in check. All right, one of the best things is to train with others and to have fun. That's what we're doing. All right, so just avoid the obstacles left and right so that you don't crash down. Take the first lap easy. This is sudden lane change. It's a fantasy map compared to, we just were on a road map up Rocky Mountain. We have mountain bike tracks maps as well. So on this first lap, I'm going to bring up the lap leaderboard. I'm going to do that by, of course I crashed while I brought up the leaderboard, but I go to the little blue icon in the upper left-hand corner. So there's the CVRcade hamburger menu, then there's like a little green happy face. If you follow that around to the blue rectangle with like the spiral, it's a little notebook, and then that brings up your UI control. Down on that is the lap leaderboard. I'm just going to turn that on. Depending on what widgets you have open, you can kind of just use your control click and slide it around the game. So at the top of the link there, power-ups without drafting. Carl Axel does 56 seconds on a lap. Supers with drafting, equalized physical, which is what we're doing, is 58 by Tim Fulford. Jeff, 1 minute, and Frank, 101. That's the top three. I'm all the way down to 26. Wah! That's all right. Maybe I'll get like that changed today here on this one. So quick little lap challenge. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing. I'm going to take a look here. It looks like Homer actually might be going for it. He's 300 equalized watts. Kayla also might be going for it. Kayla looks like she's pushing the watts going around here. We'll check and see at the end what these guys do for times. We've got Ben still in here. We've got Allison still in here. I love that Ben's got company. I love that Hunter's got company. Family, a nice family show today. I gotta get my kids. I gotta get my kids on here. We've got Hunter and his son Jack. We've got Ben and his daughter. He had both of his daughters on earlier. We had Modi in earlier on Thursday. On Saturday, he had his son on the stream with us. So really appreciate everybody coming out. Nigel's here in the stream. Nigel, Team Velocity, wearing his colors today. They're 370 equalized watts. We're on. Let me get on board with Nigel here. He's got some riders up in front of him. He does have to mind those corner speeds. He knows which ones are lapped riders, and he was able to phase through the lapped riders. It's definitely hard to keep track of when you're riding, knowing which ones are lapped riders. He comes across the line, little push. Dance move, Nigel. We want to see your celebration. Yeah, there it is. Always can count on Nigel. Love it. Did you break your time? You can tell me after you catch your breath. Oh, there you go.
I did the same time as the first zone before 106, but that's an improvement from 109, so pretty good going.
Nice. Congratulations. Fantastic. Yeah, that puts you right up there. That's amazing. And consistent, too. It's one of those things where you got to be consistent. And you had a lot of people on track. I think my best lap times are done when I'm by myself. And, I mean, obviously, it's like, yeah, I do really good when no one's looking. But it's the distractions out on course here. So congratulations, Nigel.
Yeah, thank you. I went really slow the first lap to let everyone get ahead, and then I'd have a clear run of it.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Let's see. We'll go back on here board with Homer. It looks like he's still pushing here. I think Homer kind of does like a steady state on all of these and tries to improve, doing maybe negative splits. Allison here on the front here. See if Allison still got her camera on. She does have her camera. She's digging. That is Allison with her serious body style, her language. She's in down low, like if she was outside, getting as aero as she can. That's her position. That's her racing style. Slides out into the corner, makes it to the inside lane. That is a really flawless move where the speed that she's going allows her to slide out, gets herself into position for the next corner. Perfect. Pops her corner caper right before